Don't stand up on anything taller than the floor when you're in the house alone. Don't put things high on shelves. Make everything in arm's reach, and get rid of anything that's on a high shelf
Right,
that
okay.
we've got to reach up for. We don't need anything like that.
You say this causes accidents, having things out of place, you're saying? As an
Out
elder?
of reach.
Reach.
Out of reach.
Out of reach.
That your hand standing on the floor can't reach it.
Got you. Got you.
And then you've got to make 1,000 steps a day to keep all of your
I see you're very limber.
And
we can walk to your garden. We can take a walk through your garden. Yeah, I see you're very limber. And your years on the planet and your
I am
experience.
birthless, I am birthless, ageless, and deathless.
Talk about that. Could you... This
there's
is very
no
interesting.
beginning and there's no ending.
This is an understanding that we need to develop in our lives. There's no beginning and there's no ending.
Oh, we just have interludes. We have interludes where we come and we go. Now, these are my tomato plants. Here are tomatoes of one. This is one kind of tomato. This is another kind of tomato that doesn't get red. It doesn't get red. It's deep yellow when it's ripe. This one is... And then I have the little cherry tomatoes that are here. And they are very, very...
So this is how you've been living?
Yes.
And you recommend
would
this?
Would you like one?
Yes, I would love one. Thank you.
And you harvest every day.
Beautiful.
Every day you harvest these.
Delicious. Thank you, Mother. Okay, in closing, is there any message you want to get out to the...
I have collard greens in my garden.
Get a close-up of that.
I have broccoli. I have cucumbers. All different kinds of peppers.
Delicious. Delicious.
And I have flowers. I have the wild
Good
vegetation, which I eat every day. This is purple violet. And these are the leaves. I asked this plant's permission to take a few of these to put in my green drink that I'm going to drink before I eat my solid food for lunch.
Okay.
I will put these in my green drink. I will put the lamb's quarters that I'm asking permission to make my green drink out of.
Eating right out of your backyard.
Yes. And I have callaloo. Could
you talk about your experience recently? You went to, you had an engagement in Arizona, was it?
Yes, I went to the Raw Spirit Festival where we didn't eat any cooked food. And I eat very little cooked food. Taste this one. This is a different species.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to eat it right now if you don't want to.
Okay, in closing, was there a message that you want to give to the YouTube, Facebook generation? Because everybody's going to be watching this.
Well, enjoy technology, but whatever it is you spend your time doing has to take care of you. So the spirituality takes care of me, and the the food takes care of me, because I only go out now for appearances. I've seen it all, I've done it all, so there's nothing for me to do, no place for me to go, except to be a child of God and give God the glory. Allah, Muhammad, whatever you perceive your God to be, Buddha, Confucius, whatever, give it your all. And that spirit takes care of me.
Thank you.
I am grateful. I love each of you, and I would like to be of service to whomever it is who would like to sit in the garden under the tree which was planted for our son,
Yes.
Kwame Ayodele Olatunji, who became an ancestor over two
This is a tree
decades
right
ago.
here, right? That was planted. Did Kwame plant this tree, or was
No,
planted in
his sister planted this tree in his memory.
his memory?
It was about this tall when she planted
Right.
it.
For those of you who don't know, Kwame, he's very well respected in his community, and it's because of him that I'm so successful right now. And I want to just
It was because of God through him.
God through him. Correct. You're right. But
Because
I love you, Kwame.
when he studied at Harvard, he came and he taught his friends and his colleagues.
I'm one of them. Yes, he taught us. Yes,
What
he
they
taught us.
taught him. They were talking about outsourcing and all kinds of waves of the future, which he did not live to see the way Brother Raheem sees.
Right. And he was very ahead of his time, in my opinion. Very much ahead of his time, I think.
And
Yeah.
when I went to the Grow in Power conference in Milwaukee, one of the keynote speakers, Winona, was a friend of Kwame's, and he had another friend there that he gives Kwame the credit for having him to be in media the way he is now. And he brought a group of youth from Omaha, Nebraska for Grow in Power.
Grow in Power, yeah.
They didn't have the money to travel from Omaha, Nebraska to Milwaukee, so our Oba David drove the youth in his vehicle there, and he came to tell me that he was one of Kwame's friends, and Kwame had gotten him started doing videography and also working for the Nigerian television.
Kwame Olatunji, Ayodele Olatunji. We will continue, to be continued. This story will be continued as we close out from the garden on Carroll Street here in Brooklyn. Lovely Queen Mother Elder, Iyafen Omoshaliwa, Amy Bell Bush Olatunji.
And you left out the Yule.
Bush.
Because
Thank you. Teach.
that's the name of my grandfather, who became an ancestor 100 years ago. He became an ancestor the 11th of September, 1910, and that was the same year his firstborn child graduated from Talladega. So she was the cash person for the family to help to educate the other 8 children. Two did not live to go to college, but there were, let's see, in one, so there were about 6 that she helped to get a college education.
That was very serious. I mean, during those times, for that accomplishment to go down, took a lot. Okay, we're going to close, and thank you for your time and this opportunity to
And I love you, and I want you to know that you're sacred. And all of the princes and princesses and the kings and the queens, take your royal place, because we were brought here. We were never slaves. We were never slaves, because it takes you to enslave the mind that the Creator gave you. And I have been free all of these years.